my next project, this tap broke. So, got a good little El Cheapo put in place. We're going to redo this bathroom at some point because we don't like the color. When we do, we'll put in the tap that we really want to put in here. But, so that the kids can wash their hands if they decide to use this bathroom to go potty, I'm going to put that tap in. So in my experience, anytime you mess with these old plunger valves, they start leaking. And then you have a couple hour fun project while you replace the valves when all you wanted to do is replace the tap. So today, because I want to stay easy, I'm going to turn the water off to the whole house, unhook those hoses, put the tap in, hook the hoses back on, and go on about my day. That's the plan. Let's see if it works out. Here's the main water line. And yeah, I replaced this bib a while back. Didn't make a video of that. Should have. That was a fun night. Anyways, so let's go ahead and... Oh, Dad, we can't flush the toilet or wash our hands. Oh, no. After you turn the water off to the whole house, you want to come get the water out of the line, so you don't get any surprises when you pull that hose. There's our cold. Hot looks good. I'm just going to leave this on. We'll let her drain. This is one of the lower spots, so water from the whole house should drain here. Now, technically where I'm working, that bathroom over there, probably really is the lowest spot. So, who knows? But let's let this drain for a while. So I thought about it, and this bib is probably lower than that kitchen sink. So, I'm going to turn this on and drain. That's looking pretty good. Let's go check the sink. Yep, that's down to nothing. First things first, get a towel, get a bucket, disconnect your drain. Yeah, when you undo this P-trap, it's going to be a little stinky. Just deal with it. I already loosened those two, so this will just fall right off. Yeah. Friends. Alright, we're gonna pull this ferrule off. Very carefully, because we're going to want to reuse it. Okay, set that aside. And we're going to need to disconnect this goofy setup. Besides, if all this is out of our way, just makes life easier. Alright, I'm going to have to use both hands, so bear with me. Once this is loose, untwisty that, and move this whole thing untwisties as well, but I'm not 100% sure. That's been a while. Let's see. Oh, that's just twisting. That disconnect from there, then I can't get this ring any further. I think that unscrews. Yep, I was right. That whole pipe unscrews after the initial. You pull that out. Set it aside, we're not going to use it again. Pull this guy out. And again, just like the kitchen sink, I'm going to want to clean all that before I put the new one in. But again, getting all that crap out of the way just makes getting into the sink that much easier. Up under here, you want to wish that you had double elbows everywhere. And you want to get a crescent wrench and undo these lines. Oop, water. Come on, baby. Alright, gonna get my bowl. So that was a lot more water than I anticipated. I ended up turning the valve off because it kind of felt like my whole water heater was draining, which it's right on the other side of that wall, so that would make sense. Alright, let's take the cold off and hope that since I got that bib open down there, that there's not going to be water. Alright. Moment of truth. Please don't get me all kinds of wet. Gonna need the bowl again anyways. Oh hey, cold water's already off on this side. Maybe these valves are good. So I'll take a second and pray to the plumbing gods. Alright, virtually no water, so that's good. Next, I'm gonna get these off, and they feel really tight, so I'm gonna have to get some pliers up in there. Alright, so there was a little bolt on this guy. I pulled it off too, and then got these loosened up with the big water pump pliers, or crescent wrench, or channel locks, if you will. I'm gonna take both of these off. This one's not as cooperative. Alright, now that old tap should lift up. Out with the old. You want to clean some of that up. Alright. Here's that piece I was talking about. You take that, undo this little nut, and it comes off of that shaft. Alright, got that cleaned up. This guy works the same way. Those are the old nuts. I think I have the new ones back here. Yep. So, I really want to do this kind of quickly because I want to get the water back on for everybody. But you always want to wash that, clean it up really good, because how your new footprint is could be vastly different from your old one. So, set that on there. Get under, put our nuts on. Put our wire on, turn the water on, and pray. Alright. So without that piece in the hole, I put this drain pipe up. And first I put this nut all the way down, and the gasket all the way down. And I held it at the top and twisted this until it stopped. Okay, it won't twist anymore. Now I'm going to orient this towards the back, and then tighten this ring and seal up. I'm going to use both hands, so mostly. Let's see, get that oriented towards the back. And tighten this up until that seal makes a good seal into the sink. Because that's what seals your sink off. Don't forget about it, not a seal at the top, it doesn't really need it. It uses this big foam seal at the bottom. Okay, so it's actually looking pretty good right where it's sitting, so I'm going to tighten it up. Here we go. We don't want to get these too awful tight, just tight enough that tap ain't gonna move around, because in a few years me, myself, and I is gonna have to get under here and do this again. Let's get the water lines on. Wrench, get those tightened up. This is always a fun part. You turn your wrench around, get a quarter turn, turn your wrench around, adjust it, get a quarter turn, try to get, ooh, we got that one. Nice. Nice. We're getting somewhere. sounds about questionable, so we're going to do it there. Swap hands. Not as lucky on this side. Oh, I'm not even showing you. Focus on what I'm doing here. Come on. That's not easy. Gravity kind of works against us. That anytime you put your hands above your head, your body doesn't like it. So, not to mention being cramped in a tight place. But all the more reason that you don't want this to leak. Get out of there. That should be good. Let's go try it. Now this should be with the water off, so we should be okay. Let's go turn the water on for everybody else. So anytime you drain all the water out of your house, you want to come in and put a tap on. So turn this one on, it's right in between hot and cold to flush both lines. And the reason why you do that and open a line up is because you don't want the water coming in to put pressure and push air and blow a line somewhere in your house. That'll be another fun day. So, alright. The kitchen's on. I'm going to open this a little bit slow. You can kind of hear the flow, and oh, there it's full flow. Now we can just turn it all the way on. Okay? Now, let's go check the kitchen. Alright, so come in. Kitchen's flowing like I would expect. Once there's just water, no air, especially cold line, go ahead and shut your water back off. So, air likes to go up, water likes to go down. I did actually run upstairs and open up a valve upstairs to get the air bubbles out. Now it's time to figure out this drain, which it looks a lot more fun than the old one. So let's figure out this drain. Same thing as before, take a rag, clean up where this old one was, best I can. This is a damp rag, this isn't a dry one. So as I'm cleaning there, I did stick my finger down and get a bunch of other crap knocked loose. And I wiped the bottom of this already. So we're pretty set. So my wife said I should make a video of how you get this 6 foot tall bald man under a sink. And let me just tell you, you want to know how to get the big tall man under the sink? You just don't. You don't, okay? You don't. I don't fit. So, how I get into there and show you those videos and make this work, you're just going to have to use your imagination. Here's the new stopper and drain. A lot like the old one. As far as design, this twists off. And then that goes on first, and then all those pieces stick together. So let's do that. I push that piece down first, and then I'm going to go from underneath and screw this one up in. Now as you're doing it, you're going to want to watch, and there's a ring on here, okay, right there, that needs to go down the pipe. And it needs to be like that, alright? So then you can take this piece and put it, let's see if I can, set this in here, and I could, so with that there, and then you can take this piece and have it interact with that, so that this could control the drain plug. Now that that's nice and tight, I'm going to drop this down with that facing towards the back. Okay, next I'm going to take this piece, put it in, and it should work on that. So, come back here, take this piece, get it in there, and it kind of clicks, right? Now, if I move this up and down, it should work the drain if I got it hooked in. So I'll see if pulling this down or up. So that's plugged and that's open. So let's see. So plugged. You know, with my other hand, I'm going to go, oh, look, we got it. Okay, now it's as simple as taking the shaft, putting it down there, and attaching this adjustable piece onto that other guy. So you want it when this is down all the way, that this is actually up all the way. So let's push this down all the way, which would be that down all the way. And it looks like about that. So let's put this in there and see. Alright, so let's see how that works. That didn't work at all. Okay, hold on. So this shaft goes into there until you hear a click, and then you lift up and it doesn't go on. Then you pick the right spot here. You may have to play with it a little bit. Cinch this up once you get it so that your plug operates. So that's on there. You see the one way through. Alright, now up here that's open. If you pull it, it clogs the drain. Push it, it opens the drain back up. Next order of business is the plumbing. So we have ring, ferrule, get that cleaned up. And you want threads on first, then your ferrule. So threads, ferrule, get that up there. Next we have the P-trap. This is how it orients. I always do this bottom part first. Get it how it wants to be so it's not gonna leak. Then we can worry about this, okay? So let's do this one first. Just kind of go one at a time here. There's that one. Now we're going to do this one. Alright, now we have a plug and a drain with a P-trap. Now, water. This is cold. Check our drain. That looks good there. Let's turn the hot on. And turn the hot on. But let's check our sink. And that looks good.